Off campus jobs. Let's talk about it. You're done with your masters and you're done with your studies. What's next? Getting your job and getting your first employment is going to be the most priority that you're going to have. How do you do that? How do you get an OPT? How do you get a CPT job? How do you get into the real world? Let's talk about that in this video. In this financial situation, finding a job is really tough. Companies are posting 10 jobs and 10,000 students are competing for it. So, to get a job and be in the A list of the group, to find your own desirable job, we need to follow some steps. Step 1, create an elevator pitch. Step 2, create a resume. Step 3, upgrade your skills. How do you create your own elevator pitch? And what is an elevator pitch? To get an elevator pitch is to get a brand image of yourself. When you present yourself to someone, you don't have much time to create an impression. As they say, the first impression is the best impression. You have 1 minute to create a title sentence of your own that would explain the best about you. Create the sentence, make sure you have it in your mind, and when you're talking to someone, you make sure you're giving this sentence out. Step 2, creating a resume. One of the most important things in finding a job is making sure how worthy you are that you're going to get the job. Your resume needs to be globally accepted formatting. It has to have the ATS checkers. The ATS checkers can be found online. You can go through some of the ATS checkers that are given in the video right now, and they are free or they can be purchased online. Put your resume through it. Make sure the keywords are being attached exactly as the job descriptions. And when you apply for the job, this is the first thing that's going to be helping you, as ATS checkers are what the companies going on with trends right now. Step 3, upgrading your skills. Anything and everything comes down to how good you are at something. So getting a certificate, getting some coursework done will be the best thing to upgrade yourself. All these 3 parts can be done with the help of following links that I'll be giving in the video. To get a good course done, you can use links like Upgrad, you can use links like Khan Academy and Coursera, Celonis, so many other platforms in which you can upgrade your specific desired skills. So with that, let's move on to finding a job. To find a job, you have to go through 2 ways, online and offline. Online is through this, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, and there are so many other platforms which give jobs from verified companies and verified people who are trying to hire. LinkedIn, Glassdoor are going to be one of the best places to find an online job. Just make sure that your profile is given in the description and your profile is filled out perfectly with your badges, with your data, with your achievements and stuff like that. With that, you're going to get most of the connections from multiple people, which is going to help you in finding multiple jobs. Apart from an online setting, you'll have an offline setting, which is visiting offline centers, offline career fairs, offline people, and networking, and so many more. To get this done, you need to have a proper introduction to what your course is. If you have a good idea on what your course is, you can go through the job fairs. You can go attend multiple outside events that are going to help you get a job. In a career fair, the main thing you have to do is what we talked before. Express yourself, give yourself an image, and make sure the employer or employer likes you. After this, the main thing you have to do is follow up and make sure that they get your information every time and all the time. LinkedIn, Glassdoor, and multiple other companies will have one main reason for helping you out is making your connections stronger. You'll have multiple people who you don't know, but having their LinkedIn profile with yourself is very important. One of the tips I'll give you on LinkedIn, click Now Hiring and search that. Now Hiring and put your job's description on it, and you will get most of the jobs that are being hiring in your own field. That would be one of the biggest tips. To Glassdoor. In Glassdoor, most of the companies will give anonymous tips. Company employees who already worked in the company will give their opinions about the company, which helps you segregate your own desires if you want to join the company or not. Let's do that. Let's talk about a few things. You're here on a non immigrant visa. You'll be given a 1 plus 2 year visa. During the time of your master's, at the end of your master's, you're going to be having a 90 to 120 day period for your OPT to be done. Your OPT application is an optional practical training period. At this time, you're going to be allowed to work at a company for one, or if you're allowed, you're going to be done doing around 36 months if you're in a STEM field. So make sure that your process is going smooth and all the documents required for your OPT are done on time. Make sure your job aligns exactly with your STEM degree so that there won't be any problems during your applications. Another thing to mention is talking about sponsorships from a company. Getting sponsorship for your H1B or possible H1B sponsorship from a company is very important. As if you don't find a possible H1B sponsorship company, you will have to find a new job, new place, a new company to set in, as that is not how the US government works, and you will not be allowed to work at the company anymore as you don't have a valid visa. So, we reached the end of this video, so let's sum up what we talked. We start with how to improve yourself, how to create an elevator pitch, and we also got to know how a resume works, what ATS is, and after that we got to know how to upgrade our skills. After that we moved on how to find a job. We got to know about LinkedIn, we got to know some tips and tricks from LinkedIn, we got to know what Glassdoor was, and after that we moved on to some typical questions people have. What is a sponsorship? What is OPT? How does OPT run? What kind of a visa that we have? All these points that I've searched are most common doubts that people always have. So that's why I had to put all of these out. Probably people still have some doubts on a lot of topics, which I believe could be found if you are trying to get an actual information from out of people who have already done the job. At the end, I would say there is a lot of information in on-campus and off-campus career fairs. So make sure you are visiting all of those career fairs, and every time you reach the career fairs, make sure you give the checklist of all the things I've said a tick, so that at the end you might have a very good chance that they will be impressed by your values. So more than anything, the main job of that a student at an international level has to go through is the hardships and the problems to go through and find a job. But I promise you, at the end, finding a full-time job and working in a full-time career is going to be a very fulfilling and fruitful thing. So that's going to be the end of my video. I hope everybody finds the information fruitful, and if someone found this very good and they find a job from my tips, that would be one of the best sets in my feather. Thank you.